Good morning students, this is Harshara teacher. Today we are going to learn our new lesson, that is lesson 2.5, Let's March. This lesson is a speech by Kailash Satyarthi who is doing appeal to the Indian citizen. For what? Because he is a he is an Indian children rights and educational advocate, and so that he is activist against the child labor, and he wanted to say something to Indian citizen about the child labor, how we can prevent child to becoming a labor. Okay, so what is the central idea of this lesson? That is, the text Let's March is by Kailash Satyarthi appeal to the Indian citizen or the world of the citizen to stand for the rights of children and liberate them from slavery. So as earlier I told, he is doing appeal with the help of this lesson. The Nobel Peace Prize received through the various real life examples inspires us to realize our duty towards the future citizen of the world. So, or else he says, we should be ready to face the consequence of neglecting the call of innocence. So who are the innocent? The child. The children are the innocent, and those who are the innocent, we have to be very careful, and it is our duty to save them from the becoming a labor. So this lesson is for the child labor and whose child or the childhood is spoiled because of the labor. Those who are become selves because of the circumstance, because of the things which is force them to do such a way. Okay, then we'll actually start the lesson. My dear children of the world, your majesties, your royal highness, excellencies, distinguished members of the Norwegian Nobel Committee, dear brother Tom Harkin, brothers and sister, and my dear daughter Malala. Okay, so who is this Malala? Malala is from Pakistan. Okay, so from this podium of peace and humanity, I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient text of wisdom and Vedas. Okay, so the first paragraph gives us or tell us about the atmosphere when he is receiving the Nobel Prize, and that time he is giving the speech to appeal the citizen of the world. And he said that from the podium of peace and humanity, I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from ancient text of wisdom and Vedas. This mantra carries a prayer and aspirations and a resolve that has a potential to liberate humanity from all man-made crises. So what he says that our Vedas are whatever the mantras carries, what it carries, our prayer also carries the aspiration to resolve the crisis which arises in the world. Okay, so basically he is talking about the crisis regarding the child. And let's walk together it in the pursuit of a global progress. Not a single person should be left out or left behind in any corner of the world, from east to west, from south to north. Okay, he is talking to everyone, those who are residing anywhere in the world, any corner in the world. To them he said, let's walk together. For what? Let's speak together. Let our mind come together, learning from the experiences of our ancestors. Let us together create knowledge for all that benefits all. I bow to my late parents, to my motherland India, and to the Mother Earth, because he is belong to India. So he called my motherland India, and their late parents, though his parents is expired. Then, with a warm heart, I recall how thousands of times I have been liberated. Each time I have freed a child from slavery. In the first smile of freedom on their beautiful faces, I see the God smiling. See the innocence of the lines. See what he says that every time, or thousand and more than thousand times, I have been liberated. Each time I have freed the child from slavery. And when that child smile, I feel that God is smiling in front of me. I give the biggest credit of honor to my movements, Kola Kumar, Dhoom Das, Adarsh Kishore from India, and Iqbal Mahis from Masiha from Pakistan, who made the supreme sacrifice for protecting the freedom and dignity of children. I humbly accept this award on behalf of all such matters, my fellows activists across the world and my countrymen. So, why he have receiving this award, and with how many persons help him to do such a work for the child labor, for the salary of child, and everybody he is giving the thanking. And he said that on behalf of all these persons I am receiving this award of a Nobel Prize. Martyrs mean the person who is killed for his beliefs. Activist, a person who campaigned to bring about a political or social change. So here not a political change, he is bringing the social change. He want to save the childhood of the children. Okay, so in this para we have understood that he is going to receive the Nobel Prize, and that time he is giving the speech, and in that speech he is thankful for everybody, those who are help him to receive this award or get this award. Now we'll see further. My journey from the great land of Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi, India to Norway is connect between the two center of global peace and brotherhood, ancient and modern. Again he is talking about the how, from where he is and where he has started his journey. Friends, the Nobel Committee has generously invited me to present a lecture. Respectfully, I am unable to do that because I am representing here the sound of silence, because the Nobel Prize is given for no peace, Nobel Peace Prize he is getting for his work. The cry of innocence and the face of invisibility. I represent the millions of those children who are left behind, and that's why I have kept an empty chair here as a reminder. So what he says, why I am achieving this award? Because of the child whom I have been made liberate, to whom I have rescued from the slavery. But some children are still lacking behind, and I want to I have to give them also freedom. I have come here only to share the voices and dreams of our children, because they are all our children. Gesture to the everyone in the audience. Afterwards he gestured to everyone in the audience, and he said that all that children, those who are become a selves, those who are my children, and so that it is my duty to rescue them from the slavery. Then I have looked into their frightened and exhausted eyes. I have held their injured bodies and felt their broken spirit, because They were thinking that nobody will come here and nobody will rescue us from this situation. But that time, my friend, I really frightened because I don't want to spoil their childhood, and so that I did the work to rescue them from the salvary. Like this he's saying, because why? Because I have he have looked their frightened and exhausted eyes and injured bodies and broken spirit, that they don't want to, now they could not be free from this salvary. Like this think, like this type of thoughts are coming in their minds. 20 years ago, in the foothills of Himalayas, I met a small skinny child labor. He asked me, is the world so poor that it cannot give me a toy and a book? See the how innocent question. Instead of forcing me to take a gun or a tool. So everybody knows that Kashmir is regarding to the terrorism attack and terrorist and all these things. So here is a small boy. He is asking to this, asking to Satyati, that why don't our uh, country give me a books and toys instead of giving me the gun? See the innocence, because he don't want to become a terrorist, but in spite of that he have become a terrorist. But somehow Mr. Satyarthi have rescued him. I met with the sadness child soldier. He was kidnapped by an extremist militia. As his first training lesson, he was forced to kill his friend and family. He asked me, what is my fault? Because his first training lesson was, listen, you just imagine that in that situation what you will do. In that situation, what kind of thoughts may be in his mind, that he have to kill his family and friends just to become a terrorist. Then friends, all the great religious teach us to care of our children. Jesus said, let the children come to me, do not hinder them, for the kingdom of a God belongs to them. So all this kingdom is belong to them. God has created the kingdom for the children. The Holy Quran says, kill not your children because of poverty. Don't kill your children though you are a poor. So in this way, sound of a silence means oppressed and pellet of a deprived. Then face of invisibility means unnoticed suffering of the poor and innocent. Generously means in a way to show a readiness to give more or something. Invisibility, inability to see. Then exhausted, very tired. Extremist mean those who are advocates the illegal or the violent actions. Then militia, it is a noun, a military force that is raised from the civil population to the regular army in an emergency. Then trafficked means deal to trade something illegal, that is trafficking. We know that child trafficking, then girls trafficking, so many traffickings are here. They are kidnapping this type of children and using them for the illegal work. Then hinder means make it difficult for someone to do something. Don't make any difficult things for the child, that he cannot, he always curse you for that. Then broken spirit, to be overwhelmed with the sorrows. So in this way we come to know that what kind of situation he have faced when he was rescuing the children from the salvary. Because terrorists and all these kinds of work are just because of child trafficking, and this child trafficking only gives a nation pain, nothing else. So in this way we have learned this lesson. The concluding part I will tell you in the next session. Please write down the hard words. I'll give you the PDF for the writing the hard work along with this video. Thank you students. I hope you have understood this. Thank you very much. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.